Okay, traders, so we have a trend line coming from above, traders. You guys just logging in, I mentioned earlier, there probably won't be much trading today because of the fact that we do have a box play going on. We're looking for a break right now, the wedge, though, into the box play. We do have a wedge forming on the 512 tick, I think on the 1 minute as well. A break above A735 traders and a break below the A711 traders area, with a stop being in around A728 on either of those breaks, A727. Okay, traders, so based on a larger time frame, traders, based on the 60-minute traders, we do have the highs, previous highs, traders, A750. We're looking for a break out of the box at A760, the high side, or to the low side, a break of 8646 traders, then with the possible continuation with a break of A600. So, to the high side again, we're looking for a break of A760. A break low of A646 area traders are short from there, an entry possible to go to an A600 break. Now, that is the only trades I'm taking are these basically four trades. The wedge break, the high side break, or the low side break intermediate, then the low side break A6. So those kind of, if I miss an entry or something, I can always wait, get a different entry. But those are what I'm currently looking at to set up today. Really, during FOMC, today could be a really volatile day, traders, and at least gives us a little kind of setups to play, so we're not getting too chopped up today. So we're looking probably at the most 4 to 5 trades all day, traders. If not, we're just at the most looking for 2, or at least 1, and that's the break of the box. So you look at hourly. You got the basically last 2 days we have the highs of around, let's just call the highs of this top candle we're currently on a 60-minute, 49, and a high of 42, 46, 49. From there, going back to the next day, we do have a Globex high of 45 traders, or sorry, 57. So I like to break the Globex high traders of that day. So I'm looking to call it round numbers, break of 60. Going to the downside, a break of A6 46, call it A6 40. I'll call it A6 46. And here are the lows of A6 42. So the lows are exactly A6 39, A6 41. So we're calling A6 40 there, traders. A6 46 is a break to the low side. Then for the next possible break, hopefully A600 would be a huge move down, traders. Okay, traders, so we're at the bottom of the wedge now, traders. And I'm hoping to trade this at the open or out of the gate, but I don't want to trade pre-market. So we'll see how this actually works out, traders. Now, current pivot, traders. My main pivot is now A670, traders. To the high side, A620, or sorry, high side would be A737, traders, is resistance support or resistance 1. Resistance 2, traders, is A780. Going down, traders, is 8627. That's support 1. And support 2 is 8560. Again, that's 8627. Support 1, 8560. Support 2. Main pivot, traders, A670. Coming over from the daily, or SP500, we have support. Okay, traders, resistance currently, there we go. Now I got that. Okay. Okay, so we have pivot right now. Main pivot 93.5, traders, 903.5. 903.5. That's main pivot. We have resistance up above, 913.5. R2 is 920. Going down, we have 897 even, traders, and then 887 even on support 2. Again, from the top to bottom, resistance 2, 920. Resistance 1 is 913.5. Pivot point 903.5. Support 1, 897 even. Support 2 is 887. Now I use these reference points. I do not usually actually trade pivots, but I'm very well aware they are, since people do use them across the board. Now we broke through the wedge. Short-term traders. That's a big stop for the out of the gate. Okay, traders, so at the moment we broke the wedge. to the downside. I'm currently holding on, seeing if it's actually going to take this trader now to the short side. Okay, traders, so currently we broke the wedge again. For those of you just logging in, currently we only have about 3 or 4 trades, possibly 5 at the most today to take. We do have this wedge pattern we just broke to the high side or low side. Seeing we get a close below it. From there, traders, we do have a box play on the hourly traders. We're looking for the high side of 8760 on a 60-minute chart, traders. The low side of 8600 traders. This is a classic box play. Really, we're buying the break of the box. I like to break in a retrace, but now this is where your entries come in on your smaller time frames. Yes, you have a 60-minute. You can't physically, I mean, unless you're a Prince or King or something, you really can't trade a 60-minute. So you go to a lower time frame to be able to make your entry on the 60-minute and use the 60-minute as your anchor chart. If you guys need to know what anchor chart is, let me know. Basically, it's just a longer time frame. It gives you direction, and then the shorter time frame is your entry. Okay, traders, so right now, currently, we're going to see which way this goes. News coming out today, traders. For all you guys just know this, FOMC, we did have news today. We are up in the day already, traders. We've made a +8, we made a +16, and a +8, and a +3. Okay, so your average hourly, it looks like, I guess it's somewhat positive though. Average hourly work week 33.3 versus 33.5. Hourly earnings 0.3% versus 0.2%. Unemployment rate went up 0.2%, but non-farm payroll basically down 1,000, so decreased by 1,000, so 524 versus 525. So at the moment, traders, looks like we are. Looks like we're. Oh, here's Ben.
25 and 30 seconds, just about to get this thing started here for you, ladies and gentlemen. Unemployment Friday.
Okay, traders, the first initial break of the short A646 is coming in right at the Globex lows, traders, if you want to know where that number came in from.
Hello there, FTD.
God, I could go for a jug of water right now in a big way. All right, ladies and gentlemen, once again, good morning to you. I'm here for you. As I promised I would be yesterday, I'm closing a big way. We are coming true for you. Once again, ladies and gents, it is a good morning to you. Ladies and gentlemen, those of you who are into that audio commentary page, I apologize, but we had a couple small technical difficulties with it. Going to work on that a little bit over the weekend, get that back up and running on a regular basis. Once again, a couple small technical difficulties. Actually, the market wrap, actually I forget if it's the market wrap or the market outlook, that is updated today, so definitely check that out on the market research tab if you like, but I apologize, yesterday we didn't update. Okay, more important, ladies and gentlemen, onward up, we're talking about 3 minutes till we ring the opening bell, so we're going to give you some numbers from across the board. First, let's look at yesterday's real quick, ladies and gentlemen. Yesterday's high was 1980. Yesterday's low, ladies and gentlemen, was 890. Oops, wait, that is definitely not right. Sorry about that, ladies and gentlemen. Yesterday's high was 907.5. Yesterday's low was 893.5, and we settled out at 906.70, up $1.50. Open interest currently stands at 478,573. That's down 1,109 contracts. Those numbers, if I read them too fast, are always available for you on the market research page. Click it, check it out. 2.5 minutes till we ring the opening bell, ladies and gentlemen. March Japanese yen is currently trading 17 ticks better at 87.13 with your March bonds right now, 132. 132.08. Ladies and gentlemen, I have your March eMini S&P contract $2 better, 908.75. Currencies and mixes.